So many years, there have been consistent records of Arab stereotyping and bashing. The long history of media stereotyping of Arabs dates as far as 1897. The stereotyping and media bias of Arabs increased during the 9/11 terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center and the Pentagon. They faced heightened stereotypes about their culture and religion in a number of Hollywood films. Even children's television shows and commercials depicted Arabs as villains, terrorists, and generally violent.
The story of Saladin, a great general who confronted the Crusaders during the Middle Ages, is a proof that people from the Middle East are not villains, nor they are all violent. History shows Saladin captured Jerusalem, which shocked the West and brought about the Third Crusade led by Richard the Lionheart, King of England, in 1189. Unlike the other leaders who made Jerusalem a bloodbath, Saladin did not murder nor seek revenge. In fact, he spared the lives of 100,000 Christians and even guaranteed their safe departure along with their property and belongings. Saladin was in a strong position to seek revenge for his people, but he did not do this because he followed his faith that led him to be merciful even to his enemies. Richard and Saladin's forces fought at the Battle of Arsur in September 1191. In the end, Richard won, but he delayed his attack on Jerusalem because he knew that his army needed to rest. In June 1192, Richard marched to Jerusalem, but by now, Richard himself was suffering. He appealed to his enemy to send him fresh water and fresh fruit, and Saladin did this, showing his generosity and sense of honor. At the end, both Saladin and Richard organized a peace treaty which ended the Third Crusade and won Saladin the lasting admiration and gratitude of the Christians.
It's true that the 9/11 attack was led by Arab extremists. It is not fair for many people to believe and stereotype all Arabs to be terrorists, villains, and violent. The extremists is only a small minority of the Arab population. Studies have proven that these political radicals or the extreme comprise less than 7% of the population in more than 10 countries that participated in the studies. The vast majority of Arabs are moderate, pious people who suffer more from terrorism and violence than non-Arabs. More than 93% of Arabs do not support extremist views of terrorism and violence. May the information presented in this video shed some light and put a stop to Arab stereotyping once and for all.